Okay. All right. So again, the cool bean. Your job is to not stare at the camera. Your job is to think about how the character's feelings change throughout the story, and you're going to think about how you can um, find different things about friendship. Okay. All right. The cool bean.
I read this.
All right. So when you're thinking about like how his feelings change, you're thinking beginning, middle, end, just like you did with Peach Kindness. Watch out! Here come the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Yow! The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. In the olden days, last year, right? In the olden days usually means like years ago, but they're saying like just last year. We were all one big pod of beans. We were mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar? Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes? Cool. One of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known? Cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses, but they were too big. I slicked my hair back, but it was too slick. I strutted around. I swaggered. Ow. All right, so right now, how is Cool Bean feeling about the other beans? How's he feeling? Oh,
He looks like he's feeling like it feel is like he feels like he used to be cool, but he wasn't cool anymore.
he feels like he used to be cool, but he wasn't cool anymore. How do you feel about those cool beans, though? How do you feel?
He feels like
Well,
he feels like I don't know how to describe it.
so Philip said he feels like he used to be cool and he wasn't cool anymore.
Oh, I think yeah, what Philip's saying because like he probably feels like he was cool. He's cool, but because they were in the same pod, like
Yeah, and now they lost touch, so now he's not
yeah,
like hanging out with them.
yeah.
And then he tried to like fit in, but he wasn't fitting in. You want to add something? What?
Yeah. So um, he like, but when he was cool, then then everybody used to like play around with him and stuff. Then now that the cool beans came, he feel about the cool
The cool
beans.
beans have been there all along, right? What did it say about him and the cool beans last year? They were a tight pack. They were in the same pod. They were all friends last year, and then they stopped hanging out so much, probably over like the summer. And so when they come back to school, he's not as cool as the rest of them. So he says, I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff. I was an uncool bean for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. It seemed like there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans continued being cool. I mean, sure, I miss them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it went. Until one day, so things are going to change. I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Do you know what loafers are?
What's that?
Shoes.
Oh,
He says, oh no, not again. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe cried a little bit, and everybody saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off.
And
So how are the cool beans acting?
they're acting.
You tell me.
They're acting nice.
Nice, right? Are they acting too cool for him right now?
No.
Nope, they're being nice.
No, it's too cool.
Being friendly. All right, this is in Mr. Bean's English. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everybody stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then, everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. So a has-been, like he's using a funny word, play on words, is like somebody who used to be cool, popular, and then they weren't anymore. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32." Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. So everybody was staring at him. He didn't even know what he was supposed to be doing. And then she came up and she said, "This is what you're supposed to be doing." So then he didn't look like such a fool. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been? Ha ha ha. Not at all, not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool. All right, how is he feeling? We talked about at the beginning of the story. What happens in the middle that makes him feel differently? Go ahead, Phil.
In the middle, he was well. They were help. The cool bean was helping um the the bean.
Yeah.
And because the brown bean helped him pick up his lunch when his lunch fell, and he also
It's like there's like a light brown bean, a dark brown bean, and then
Right there.
like this guy.
then the red bean. The bean scraped his knee at recess, and the red bean patched him up, and, and he and he nodded his head.
Okay, and then what was the last one do?
And when Mr. Bean called
Oh, yeah.
on um, Bean did not know because he wasn't paying attention, and everybody started laughing at him. Then the green bean was whispering in his ear, says, "Reach page 36.
32.
32. Wink face."
So, how did this make him feel?
It made him feel like a cool. It made him feel pretty happy.
Made him feel pretty happy, right? So he was feeling kind of like he wasn't cool anymore. He didn't really have very many friends. He was kind of a goofball. Like he kept making mistakes and doing things. And
Then they came to help him, and then they were just being nice to him.
okay, and then how's he feeling at the end of the book?
I think he feels cool but like not too cool, as cool as them. Like I don't know.
Like he feels like they're including him most of the time, right?
Yeah.
And when they do things like when they're being cool, how would you describe how they're being cool? Like what are they doing that makes him think they're cool? Like in the story, what are they doing that makes them this being think that they are cool?
Um, the beans or
The beans.
Bean felt like he was cool because all the cool beans was helping him out.
Right. So are they being nice? Like
Mhm.
is this kind of cool like a nice kind of cool? Like they're not like picking on anybody or being bullies. They're sitting and they're being nice to each other, right? They're doing nice things for people.
It's like the cool beans are helping the other bean that used to be cool. They're helping him because they've been friends and they wouldn't been in the prison. Yeah.
Right. Because they were friends and then he didn't feel like they were friends, but now they are showing that they're friends. Okay. So we're gonna write that together. All right, beginning, middle, and end, just like before. So you are gonna help me write it. So in the beginning, how did Cool Bean feel? Because it's talking about how the feelings changed. So in the beginning, how did the Cool Bean feel?
The cool bean felt like he wasn't cool because he used to be with the cool beans, but they were because they weren't hanging out with the beans.
He felt like he wasn't cool. What did he feel about his how he had friends?
Because when somebody tells a joke, his snot will come
Okay, well that was later, right?
out.
So how is he right here? In the beginning, he felt like he wasn't cool anymore. What else was he feeling in the beginning?
He was feeling in the beginning though like people was like bragging about the cool beans.
Did he have any friends in the beginning of the story?
No.
No. Yeah, so he felt like he didn't have friends anymore. He was doing everything by himself.
And didn't have anybody to play with.
Yep.
But other people was playing together.
So you're going to be writing this, so make sure you're paying attention. All right, middle. So in the beginning, he felt like he wasn't cool anymore. He felt like he didn't have anyone to play with. And then in the middle, how's he feeling? And how's it different?
He was feeling like in the middle he was feeling like now we're just so spread apart. We used to be like a band and a little like being that band.
Pods.
Yeah. And he just like felt so distant away from his being.
He felt distant from being friends. That's kind of in the beginning, right? What happened in the middle of the story? What was happening in the middle? So kind of like, oh, maybe this could be middle. So when did things start to change though?
When talking about when he can draw the best.
That was at the beginning when the other ones were.
Oh, the cool beans started helping the I guess uncool bean.
Well, he's the cool bean. That's his name. But they're the cool beans. So he must have been part of that group. So in the middle, how's he feeling?
He's feeling happy because like they're like helping him now.
Okay. So he's feeling happier because why?
He's feeling happier because they are helping him. Like when the cool bean, when he dropped his food, then the one of the cool beans came to pick it up and help him. And then when he scraped his knee outside when he was playing basketball, and students were staring, and then one of the other cool beans came to help.
Okay.
Then when he was in class, then he he wasn't listening or hearing the teacher to tell the teacher told him to read page 32. Then one of the cool beans had said turn to page 22 because the teacher told you to read page 22. I
Okay.
mean 32.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. All right. So there's three things that they did. He hurt himself, and then one helped bandage him up. He spilled his tray of food, and then one helped clean it up, right?
Yeah.
And then what was the last thing? Oh, it's the book, right? And the third thing,
That
didn't hear what the teacher said, right?
didn't hear what the teacher said. So one of the cool beans reminded him and helped him out by saying hey, the teacher told you to read page 32.
Okay. So when he didn't know what he was supposed to do in that class, what was happening? What did the kids do when he was just sitting there not knowing what to do?
They laughed. No, the
They
cool
laughed.
beans and the other kids.
The other kids.
They laughed.
All right. So let's go wink. So he's feeling happier. So in the beginning, it was kind of feeling. How would you describe how he's feeling?
Like he wasn't cool about those.
So how did that make him feel? Like, give me a feeling.
Sad.
A little sad. Okay. In the end, how's he feeling?
He was.
Give me a feeling. Yeah.
Okay. He was feeling happy because they was playing with him and he wasn't alone anymore. And then because you saw that they one of them put him on their shoulders and they helped him shoot the ball.
Okay. So happy would be a good word. We already have happy. So is there another word? Remember how we had the list of bigger words that we were using to explain things? What's another word we could use instead of happier?
Okay, we can use like he was feeling very excited.
Okay. What's that feeling when you're excited? You know how that you get like that little like excited butterflies in your stomach? Well, you were just talking about being excited on the way down here. Because you get to stay at your mom's over Christmas break. Yeah. So that kind of feeling. We can use excited. So we can say he was feeling excited in the end. And he probably feels like relieved, right? Because now he has like these friends back
Like
in
he
the
has his friends to play with and they're not apart anymore because they was like this.
And it seems like people were not very nice to him. Like all these people laughing at him and stuff. So I
So
think
I
that
think he was like excited that they was his friend.
what are some things they were doing at the end?
You can they were like now they were like they were being kind to him.
Yeah, they were including him, weren't they? They were giving him out.
Like they were like including him and stuff.
Like what are some things that they did?
They can I see the end of the book? Okay. So they went to the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
They played basketball together. Then they had a drink at the table. I think at the
It looks like they're at lunch having some grape.
with the grape drink. They was at lunch and drinking grape drink together. They were sitting together.
Yep, they're eating lunch together.
And
right?
then they was just including him and showing him kindness that they supposed to have since that's his only friend. They're supposed to take care of others.
Yeah, and again, these kids are like being nice, right? They're showing that friendship means being nice to somebody, not being creepy and making people feel left out.
And when it's a friendship, if it's a friendship, then you gotta act like it's a friendship, because you don't just leave your friend left out like that. And then if you leave your friend left out, then they might don't want to be your friend anymore because they think you're not their friend.
Okay. Remember how we talked about the narrator in the last story? I don't know if you were here, but the narrator was the girl who, remember that story? The girl who...
Oh, the girl that was being mean to the new student?
Yeah, who was ignoring the new student. So the
Maya,
narrator that was the narrator.
Maya and Chloe.
So who would the narrator in the story be?
The cool bean.
The cool bean, him, right?
Yeah.
So he's the narrator in the story. So we're going to talk again tomorrow, and you're going to write about how the narrator's feelings changed and how his point of view changed in the story. Okay. So I'll keep this up there because we're going to talk beginning, middle, and end again, and you're going to do the writing tomorrow. Stick it there. I took the other one down. Stop.